right, good day everyone. Hope everyone's doing well in May. So I'm just gonna get to the point. Right, it's already in May, just one more month, and we are halfway through the year. Right, and we always hear, the common saying, "Sell and go away in May." But today I'm gonna title my video a little different: "Buy and go away in May." Why do I say that? Later we'll just take a couple of minutes to dive inside there, and is it really time to actually just buy, close your eyes, and go away and not care about the market? All right, and towards the end also, we're going to share another 3 more stocks to look at after Meta, Apple, Alphabet all did a very nice run up after we mentioned it in our last few videos. All right, so whatever I say here today, whatever I'm sharing, just a short disclaimer, it's only our view. There's nothing to do with Philip. So what we're sharing is also not really for entertainment purposes. Hopefully you guys are learning something for it. You are taking home some pieces of nuggets here and there, and it helps in your investment journey. All right, so but whatever we say, do consult your own consultant if you have. If not, you can always look for us. Our number is below. Don't forget also to give our video a like and subscribe, and also to share with others so that they can benefit from this. All right, so what happened actually on Friday? So bad news is actually good. Reason being because a jobs report actually came in a little weaker. All right, that actually helped the market to go up. Why so? Because they believe with a weaker job reports, Fed might be more inclined to cutting rates. Right. So what's actually bad news? I mean, with a weaker labor market, all right, people would think that the economy is not doing as well. So that's kind of bad, but the market takes it as good. All right, so don't always read the news too much. Okay, learn to decipher a little bit. So that's one reason why we saw the market going up. It's good, of course, if you're in the long position. All right, next one also, we've seen when the Fed had just had their meeting. All right, Fed chairman actually ruled out any rate hike. Most likely they're not going to hike rates. So that also brought on cheers to the market. All right, so Powell pretty much rules out a rate hike. All right, so markets actually sold off at the initial part of April because they were a bit scared that Fed might actually hike rate due to inflation. All right, so this actually helped put a lid on it, and they actually kind of assure market that they're not going to hike rates, and they're still kind of looking to cut rates. When is really anybody's guess. It might not be this June, but maybe even in September. All right. Okay, and one also of my favorite fund house, right, or fund manager is actually Tom Lee, right? He actually saying that the market sell is actually over, and actually give kind of a few bullish reasons, and some of the reasons being is it's actually they're slowing their QT, right? We know that the Fed has been doing quantitative tightening, right? So that actually reduces the liquidity in the market, and right now they're actually reducing it, all right, from 60 billion to 25. So that's one reason to kind of be bullish. All right, another reason is actually inflation is actually pointing lower. All right, so actually we can see inflation inching lower. Okay, not to Fed 2% yet. Okay, so slowly it might reach there. All right, another thing about May is what we can see from this table for the last 20 years or so. We can see actually out of the 20 years, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it actually been down. Right, so that's actually 1/4 of the time that May is down. So the rest of the time, of 75%, actually May we can see it moving up. Okay, so people say sell and go away in May. It actually has about 25% probability. All right, if we look at it statistically for the last 20 years or so, we can see actually May is trending upwards. So for this May, it also is looking good. One reason why, we're just going to look at a chart. I'll bring you to the chart of S&P. All right, after Friday's release of its job report, we can see actually S&P has actually kind of got out of its downtrend line. Right, it's moved out of it, managed to break their resistance, and it's kind of starting to trend up. All right, so we can see that S&P now is gaining some momentum. The two moving average, the 50 and 150, is also kind of starting to slope up. So that's why we might think that this whole correction or this pullback actually is only about 6%, could be over already, and we could see an uptrend starting to form again. right? So if you kind of miss just the 1 or 2 weeks of pullback, I don't think we're that late. Search for undervalued stocks. All right, we're going to review another 3 more stocks at the end of the video that you can actually be looking at. Okay, so we can actually see the S&P might be, going to test the all-time high once again. Okay, so like I said in our previous video also, a decline of 5%, 5% or more happens about 3 times a year, and this is the first time that we're seeing it happen, so it's very common. I don't think we're getting this 10%, although I wish we got it. So we got to follow the market, all right? Don't fight with the trend. So if they're not giving us 10% right now, it's about down about 5%. I think we should start scaling in, or you could start scaling in, and yeah. All right. So far also we've seen strong earnings. Okay, from fact sheet, we can see the earnings scorecards for Q1 2024. 80% of the companies have already reported their results, with 77% of the S&P 500 company reported a positive EPS surprise, and 61% of the company have reported a positive revenue surprise also. So far, we can see also the earnings are very strong, and so actually that also gave a boost to the markets. So right now, there's 3 stocks that we are looking at. Okay, if you have missed our previous stocks on Meta, on Apple, on Alphabet, I'm not sure you missed that. All right, if you do not dare take action, find us. All right, we can help you in some ways. All right, so our email address, our telephone number, everything is there. So just reach out. All right, one stock that we are looking at is actually CrowdStrike. Right, it's a cybersecurity company. Recently, Amazon also is betting big on this CrowdStrike. Right now, we can see it's about resistance around 310. I think if you don't have any position, I think this could be a good starter position. Right, it's clinging on to the 50 EMA. Right, a starting position here could be one area that you take. Remember also when you're investing, okay, this is more towards investing and not trading. So don't expect it the next day, oh, it has to go up. All right, it can still hover around here. It could break the uptrend, move up to 332. Okay, just know that this is for the long term, and we're not taking it for a trade, a short-term trade. Right, so starting position here, I think it's fine. If you could ever go down to 281, I think that's another area to take. Okay, but don't miss this. If it goes up 332, 359, the high again, it could face a resistance there. Right, if we use simply Wall Street, we can see that this is actually currently 25% undervalued. So we still see some value in CrowdStrike. All right, another one, SPGI or S&P Global 500. This is the ratings company that we see do all the ratings for the companies. All right, recently it actually just came down around 11% and starting to move up again. Right now also it's hovering around the 50 MA. Okay, we can see it's like a bullish bar over here. All right, it's still actually under the downtrend line. All right, but it doesn't matter too much. I think one here, over here, this position, you could take a starter position. Remember to always batch in your investments. This would be one good place. All right, and then hopefully if it comes down a little bit, right, even to 400, I think there's another area to kind of batch in also, and then wait for the ride up. Okay, another stock that we're looking at, actually Coinbase. I think this has actually given us very good returns so far. All right, one thing that's hanging on for Coinbase is the Ethereum ETF. All right, there's rumors that it might not be approved in May, which actually doesn't really matter because, hey, you don't want too much excitement in it. So with now, the crypto market after the BTC halving has gone a little quiet. Actually, that's where the time when you want to be adding your position, not when it's full of hype, everybody's chasing it, and then you go in. I think right now we can see a nice retracement for Coinbase around close to 30%. All right, coming off now, unable to break the downtrend line on Friday. So I think around 217 or so, this position, you could actually take a position. All right, the Ethereum ETF has been approved in Hong Kong. I think it could just be a matter of time before it's being approved in the US. All right, recently also Coinbase results has been good. It beat as the estimates the earnings. All right, so I think we could see more potential upside for Coinbase. So if you haven't gotten into it, you might consider a starting position over here. All right, so that's all I have. If you're, as usual, if you want to reach out, our contacts over there. Remember to invest safely and invest in what you are able to lose. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week ahead. Talk to you again. Bye.